Namaskar dear students, how are you? Fine? Prayers to Ma Sharda. We are about to complete our first lesson, electric charges and fields today. It will be completed in next lecture. We have already discussed theories and illustrations, and now some problems remaining of exercise. Okay, so first of all we will solve the problems with calculation and then some concept based problems. Okay, so problem 1.15 NCERT text. Okay, the data is electric field is given 3 into 10 raised to 3 I cap Newton per coulomb. Find flux through a square of 10 centimeter in YZ plane, and find flux through same square if the normal to its plane makes a 60-degree angle with the x-axis. Okay, now see, this is the field, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. Okay, normally axes are denoted by capital letters. In our textbook, due to any of the reason, they have used small letters. Actually, small letters we use for coordinates. Okay, now see, this is the square. Okay, this is the square. It is in, see, this is x-axis. Okay, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So the plane lies in this plane, square lies in this plane, YZ plane. Okay, so its area vector will be in this direction, always perpendicular to it. Okay, plane is like this, then area vector will be in this direction. Okay, so first of all let us find the area, that is L square. Here L equals to 10 centimeter, can be written as 0.1 meter, so 0.1 meter square, that is 0.01 meter square. Now we know that flux equals to Ea cos 0, but in this case Ea cos theta, in this case theta will be 0 degree, so we can say Ea cos 0. So E is 3 into 10 raised to 3, A is 0.01, cos 0 is 1, so it is 3 into 10 raised to 1, the unit is Newton upon Coulomb into meter square. Now if this square is like this, okay, making the normal to the square makes 60-degree angle with x-axis. This is x-axis. Okay, and normal to plane is somewhat in this direction, making angle 60 degree. Okay, so in that case, just we have to replace here 0 by 60. So Ea cos 60. Okay, so E is 3 into 10 raised to 3, A is 0.01, cos 60 is 1 by 2. So it is 1.5 into 10 raised to 1, just half of this, Newton per coulomb into meter square. Easy? Okay. Then 1.14. For which particle Q by M is maximum? Ratio Q by M. Q is charge, M is mass. This is the figure given. Okay. Now see, this is Y2 for us, this is Y1 for us, and this is Y3 for us. Okay. From the centermost axis, the distance is towards Y direction. We have given the names. First of all, see, this Q1 is going in positive direction. Okay, so Q1 must be negative. Q2 is also negative, and Q3 must be positive. Okay, we also know that D equals to V0T plus half AT square. So here D is Y. V0 is 0 because see, the particles, each particle were traveling in X direction. So their displacement in Y direction initially is 0, so their velocity in this direction initially is 0. After entering in electric field, they move towards Y direction. So V0 is 0 into T plus half. We know that acceleration equals to force upon mass into T square. Now electric field equals to force upon charge. So force can be written as Q into E. Replacing here, so Y will be equal to half QE upon M into T square. So Y is proportional to Q by M. Here, this Y3 is maximum. So for particle 3, Q by M is maximum. Understood? Easy? Okay. Then there were two concept-based questions were there. 1.7a. Okay. That is why electric field lines are continuous. Because see, to find electric field lines, okay, we have to find electric field intensity at different points. Okay, charge cannot jump, so it has to pass through all the points. Okay, suppose I draw like this. Okay, I want to find out electric field lines somewhere. So what I have to do, I have to put positive, unit positive charge at different points. I have not drawn the remaining points, but actually all points we have to consider, and hence the field line will be continuous. It cannot be in discrete form. Okay, it is continuous. Next, why two field lines cannot intersect? Because see, if two field lines will intersect, what will happen? We will get tangents in two different directions. Means tangent shows the direction of electric field, but at a given point we cannot have electric field in two different directions. Okay, so two field lines can never intersect. Okay, then question 1.4 was there, that explain the statement that electric charge is quantized. What is meant by quantization of electric charge? Okay, Q equals to N. N equals to 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 dash dash dash. E means 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 91. When we say that charge is quantized, means it is obeying this equation, Q equals to N. Okay, that is called quantization of charge. We can neglect quantization in macroscopic descriptions. Why? Because see, this is very small charge. In 1 coulomb negative charge, we will have number of electrons 6.25 into 10 raised to 18. Okay, so for 1 coulomb charge, negative charge, we need 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electrons. It's a very big number. Okay, so whether one electron is added or subtracted, it won't make a big difference. So we can ignore quantization of electric charge in large scale description or say macroscopic description. Okay, and then the question 1.5. Okay, we have to rub a glass rod with silk cloth. Okay, in that case what will happen? Glass rod will lose electrons and silk cloth will gain it. So number of electrons lost by glass rod will be equal to number of electrons gained by the silk cloth. Suppose 5 electrons is lost by glass rod. In that case, 5 electrons, so glass rod has positive 5 E charge, and this will have, silk will have minus 5 E charge. So net charge will be 0 as it was earlier. Okay, that is called conservation of charge. So in case of rubbing a glass rod with a silk cloth, the quantization of electric charge is obeyed. Okay, so these are some concept based questions. 2 or 3 problems of exercise are remaining. We will be completing next lecture. Okay, bye.